where should you actually be shopping for your groceries? Hey, frugal friends. So if you want to save money on groceries, one of your key strategies is going to be keeping a well-stocked pantry so that you can actually be cooking your dinners at home instead of getting DoorDash or making frozen pizzas. If you follow Frugal Fit Mom, you might have seen her amazing video comparing the cost of basic pantry staples at Walmart and Dollar Tree, which I thought was an amazing video, but I thought, you know what? I don't have the ability to get pantry staples at Dollar Tree. Mine just doesn't carry that stuff. But I do have an Aldi, so I did it. I use basically the same 14 ingredients so we can still be comparing apples to apples. And I wanted to go through and talk about which store has the best prices, which store has more varieties of options to choose from, which store has better unit prices even if the individual prices are better. Let's get into all the nitty-gritty. I'll show it all to you. If you know someone who doesn't have basic pantry items and they're a bit clueless in the kitchen, you can go ahead and send this video to them if they need a boost. All right, so here are my prices. I went and I compared each item at each store. Here we have the Aldi stuff. Here we have the Walmart stuff. You will notice that most of these are all generic options. That's because at Aldi, it's pretty much your only option is to buy the generic version of pantry staples. Walmart, you can buy a lot of different varieties of pantry staples, but the generics are always going to be cheaper unless there's a markdown sale. So we'll start with flour. Flour at Aldi was $2.19 for the 5-pound bag. Flour at Walmart was $2.43 for the 5-pound flour bag. So 0.1 to Aldi. Sugar was also identical sizes. We have 4-pound bag and 4-pound bag. We have $3.09 at Aldi and $3.24 at Walmart. So again, 0.2 to Aldi. Again, we have identical containers of salt. They're each pound and 10 ounces. Aldi's was 64 cents. Walmart's was 72 cents. Again, 0.3 to Aldi. Identical containers of pepper. Aldi was $2.99. Walmart was $3.82. 0.4 to Aldi. By the way, has this video been useful yet? Because you can leave a like if it is. Identical containers of oatmeal. Now, oatmeal is one of those things most people might not consider a necessity in a basic pantry because you think it's just for breakfast. It is not, my friends. You can take oatmeal and throw it in the blender for a while, and now you have oat flour if you would like. You can take oatmeal and make bread with it. You can have oatmeal and make, obviously, breakfast. You can make baked oatmeal. You can make overnight oats if you need like really quick meals for breakfast in the morning because you're dashing out the door. Make a thing of overnight oats the night before, grab it and run. But my personal go-to recipe for oatmeal is double chocolate peanut butter oatmeal. It's hamina. But let's get back to the prices. Now, though these are in different size containers, they are the same weight of pasta. We've got 1 pound and 1 pound. 98 cents for a pound of pasta at Aldi, 88 cents for a pound of pasta at Walmart. So now we have our first point to Walmart by 10 cents. And now finally we get to an interesting showdown. Chicken bouillon cubes. Now you might be familiar with the little quarts of stock liquid that you can buy in the store, which is the most expensive option because have you ever seen how heavy those are? How much more do you think it costs to ship heavy liquid items compared to cube or powder form of the same product? I actually found this chicken bouillon in the Hispanic or international aisle at my Walmart. First, because I was lost and I thought that was the only place with chicken bouillon. I eventually found the other chicken bouillon with the rest of it, and it was more expensive than this. So we've got almost 5 ounces of chicken bouillon over here from Walmart. We've got 3¼ ounces of chicken bouillon here from Aldi. However, the Aldi one is still more than double the price despite being not even close to the same amount. It was $1.79 for this one and only 98 cents for this one over here. So moral of the story, if you have a store with an ethnic food section, whether that's Mexican or Asian or whatever's in your area, check that for some of these pantry staples because they might surprise you. Not on every ingredient, because I'll get to the beans in a minute. I also checked for the beans and I did not see any savings at all. In fact, it was more expensive, but sometimes it's worth a quick check. Next, we have oil, again, identical containers, $3.49 at Aldi, $3.97 at Walmart. So back to points over at Aldi. Although I did notice when I was at my Walmart that there was a section of marked down vegetable oil that was all cleared out, so I couldn't get any that day. But if I had got some, that would have been another point to Walmart. Because again, I never see markdowns at Aldi. Have you ever seen markdowns at an Aldi if you've ever been? I'd love to know in the comments. All right, now we have another interesting comparison. I've got 2 containers of rice. Clearly the Aldi rice is larger. One of the things, if you've never been to an Aldi that's different, is Aldi does not have many varieties of the same thing. Whereas at my Walmart, When I went to Walmart, they had 1 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound, 10 pound, 25 pound bags of rice. At Aldi, it was pretty much just the 3 pound. And you could buy as many as you wanted, but just the 3 pound. The 1 pound of rice at Walmart was 92 cents. The 3 pound bag of rice at Aldi was $2.19, meaning we are back to points over at Aldi. Because quick math tells me that that equals $7. Because quick math tells me that this will equal 73 cents a pound, meaning it's less than the 92 cents a pound at Walmart. Of course, I could have bought the 25 pound bag of rice at Walmart, and then it would have been cheaper as a unit price over there. However, I did not do that because if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in like basic pantry and you're probably not ready to graduate into 25 pound bags of rice yet. And I will tell you, 25 pounds of anything is way larger than you think. I recently bought a 50 pound of oatmeal from the Amish store. It's taken up like half my pantry in all these different containers. It's huge. Next, I wanted to talk about spices. So if you're a person who's looking to do more cooking at home, if you've ever walked to the spice section, you might have just been immediately overwhelmed and just thought, I'm just gonna nope out of here. Salt and pepper, I'll be fine. And walked on with your life, which you can do. Salt and pepper covers a multitude of sins. But I wanted to offer a few pieces of advice depending on what kind of meals you think you might be more interested in making. So if you're thinking of more savory things, like maybe trying to cook a roast chicken for the first time, or maybe you want to do more traditional American or Italian style soups, I would go with Italian seasoning, which is what I used for this comparison. If you think you're going to be doing more Mexican style meals, you want to make tacos or burritos or taquitos or all of these delicious things that I want to eat right now. Maybe go with some cumin or taco seasoning, red pepper flakes if you like things real spicy. And if you like a lot of Asian dishes, you might want ground ginger, which is something I use a lot when I make Asian dishes. There's no one spice fits all when you're cooking at home. It's all about what kinds of meals you think you'll be using more often. But for the sake of this experiment, I bought 2 containers of Italian seasoning. You'll notice these are not identical size containers. The Aldi one is slightly smaller, 3/4 of an ounce, and it was 99 cents. The Walmart spice was almost a full ounce. It was 9.95, almost a full ounce, but was $1.12. Quick math shows that if this had been the same size as this, it would have been $1.25, so point to Walmart. For those of you keeping score at home, we're up to 7 points for Aldi, 2 points for Walmart. Next, let's talk about beans. I have struggled for years to make dry beans, so we're just gonna leave that off the table because I'm assuming you're a newer cook. And if I barely just figured out how to make it work, let's just go with canned beans, okay? 2 cans of identical amounts of beans. I chose kidney beans at Aldi and Great Northern beans at Walmart. However, all of the bean prices I checked were the same, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I'll use kidney beans in something like a minestrone soup or a chili, and I'll use Great Northern beans if I'm going to make my own baked beans or if I want like a white chicken chili. I get 76 cents over here at Aldi and 82 cents at Walmart, so Aldi wins again. Baking powder sizes are again pretty regulated. You might notice that these are like the exact same container because the generic factories make all the generics and all the name brand ones. If we had a can of that like orange brand that I'm not gonna mention, but you know, the orange container of baking powder, same factory. They make it all in the same place and then they just stick different labels on it. But despite it being the same stuff inside, it was $1.69 over here at Aldi and $1.98 at Walmart, so Aldi wins again. We got equal sized 1 pound containers of baking soda. This one is $1.69, this one is $1.98. So again, Aldi wins. Are you noticing a pattern, my friends? You might think you know where this video is going, but you don't. You gotta wait till the end because the math, the dollars at the end of the shopping trip are really the only thing that matters. And here, at the end of all things, we have creamy peanut butter. Again, at Walmart, there were a lot of different sizes of peanut butter. You can buy a 4-pound tub of peanut butter. And if you like peanut butter like I do, you probably just want to do that at the beginning. Pretending that you're a brand new baker, cooker, you might not know that you can use peanut butter in baked goods and sometimes in soups, in sauces. It thickens things up in this beautifully delicious way because you can use it as a fat substitute in a lot of baking. It's amazing. This is not just for peanut butter jelly sandwiches. This is a staple for a reason. Also, these are slightly different sizes. Despite them looking like this one is a little bit smaller, this is actually 18 ounces and this one is 16 ounces. If they were the same size container, this one would have been $1.59. It really was $1.79. And this one would have been $1.84. So another point to Aldi. I cook at home all the time. I already have all of these ingredients, so I'm gonna be going tomorrow and dropping these off at the local food pantry, which has Thursday drop off, so I have to make sure it's over there in time. Because I know that things are tight right now. Thanksgiving is coming right up and people are gonna be cooking a lot more at home. So the grand total amount I spent on both sets of these groceries is almost identical. At Aldi, it was $27.43. At Walmart, it was $27.62. However, no matter which way you slice it, you are spending less than $30 to outfit your entire basic pantry. So let me know, is your mind blown? Were you expecting this like big swing one way or the other? I will send you to this video next if you want to see more about how I shop at Aldi, and I will see you again next week. Bye, YouTube.